Hi there everybody, welcome to Simply Kosher. I am Jamie Geller and today we're making an extremely tasty, sweet and pungent Asian roast. So start out with about a 3 to 5 pound piece of meat. You can get a square tip or a silver tip cut. This is beautiful. You want to really get a nice red piece with some fat running through it. Fat gives it that great flavor. So we're going to just put this aside and we're going to make a simple dressing for it. And we're off to the races. I call this the quarter cup recipe. Everything is a quarter cup except one ingredient. So we'll get to that in a minute. But we start with, let me just tell you, quarter cup teriyaki sauce. Right there in the bowl. This is how I know what I'm putting in. A quarter cup of soy sauce. Perfect. A quarter cup of olive oil right into the bowl. Toasted sesame oil, could make a perfume out of it. It's that good. This aroma is fantastic. Okay. Quarter cup of prepared crushed garlic. Just throw that guy right in. Quarter cup of honey. It's great. Honey's not just for Rosh Hashanah, but all year round. Great, get that in. Okay, now this is the only thing that is not a quarter cup. It's 2 tablespoons of ume plum vinegar. It's a great Asian vinegar. It's got a very pungent taste, a lot of sodium, so that's why we don't use so much, but you can find it in the sort of Asian foreign food section of your supermarket. Great, right in there. Okay, a quarter cup of the secret little spicy, bit of a kick ingredient here, Gold's hot and spicy Szechuan style duck sauce. Now you can certainly use the regular Cantonese style duck sauce as well. It's a great product, both of them. You can find them on the shelf of your supermarket, of course, OU certified. But I think the hot and spicy goes great with everything else here. It's not enough to really offend anybody. I mean, it just adds a great flavor to the recipe. And then a quarter cup of parsley flakes, dried parsley flakes. Just put them right in. You can use fresh parsley as well if you'd like. Take a great look inside this bowl. Just want to combine everything. That easy, just a simple fork. The honey and the duck sauces are a little heavier. They tend to go to the bottom. So just make sure you bring them up. That's it. Here is this deliciously smelling and fabulous tasting marinade. You must try this at home because I feel bad that you can't smell what's going on here in this kitchen. Bring your roast in front of you and just pour it right on. You don't want to overhandle meat. Just pour it right over your meat. Cover everything. Awesome. Can you use a spoon to just make sure you get it all covered? This is amazing. You'll think you're in the finest Asian restaurant when you take a bite out of this. Perfect. Okay, now we're just going to cover this with a piece of tin foil. Tent it slightly just to try to make sure that it doesn't touch the meat, but look, it's not an exact science, it's fine. Okay, great. Now you want to put this in the oven that's preheated to 325, depending on the piece of meat, about 2.5 hours. And the last 15 minutes you can take it off so that the top gets a nice sort of brown caramely color. Now, meat is a super impressive crowd pleaser and the easiest thing to make. I remember the first time I made it, I was like, what? That's it? And everyone loves it. Throw it in the oven. Now, through the magic of television, our gorgeous roast is done. Take a look at that beautiful brown color on the outside. Oh, I wish you could smell this. Okay, now let me just take the meat here. We're about to slice it. The best thing to really is to let it cool at least 15 minutes at room temperature because it'll be much easier to slice when it's cooled off. Okay, now you want to slice diagonally across the grain here. So use a fork. Carving is an art, so let's see if I get it done well. In my house, we leave this part up to my husband. Remember when you're making meat that it does shrink, so keep that in mind when you're considering your serving, the yield and the serving size. Beautiful. Let's take these 4 here. Plate it here. Just to give it some. We sliced it, so why not put it all out? Look at that, just beautiful, beautiful If you weren't a carnivore before this, hopefully you will be now. Take a little bit of this delicious and just drizzle it right over the center. Just moisten up that meat. So, you know what's great with this? Some mashed potatoes, some toasted pine nut couscous is really a great addition to this, or some jasmine rice is divine with this. And that's it. This is your sweet and pungent Asian roast. Let's take a nice close look. And look how simple and easy it is to make an impressive roast. And that's what we do here on Simply Kosher. Thanks for joining us. I am Dina Geller. Of course, you can get this recipe right here online, and we hope to see you again soon.